Poor Moroccans, man. They're crying in their cars. Airports that way, yeah. That little Moroccan girl that was clowning Ronaldo got karma'd. That's what I'm talking about. Round of applause for Mbappe in France. God did humble them. They went to the semifinals. I applaud them. No African team's ever done it. But that girl right there, that interview really got me. It got me a little mad right there because she was talking crazy about Ronaldo. It's his last World Cup. He gets, eliminated. All right. And she comes out and she's clowning Ronaldo. Yeah, all right. Someone get her parents to, never let her do a interview again. And you got a whole fan base at her. And, I want to see her do an interview now because, Michael Jordan once said, it's real easy, and I'm probably going to butcher the line. I don't know exact word for word, but it's real easy to talk when you're up, but not when you're tired or down. And, she was up and she was talking, and now they're down. Let's hear her talk. Let's hear her talk. Yeah, so we have the final of the World Cup. Argentina, France. France is here again. 2018 they were here. Now Argentina's here. And third place match. I'll also give a little prediction, with the Moroccans playing against Croatia. And I think that one is really tough because these are two teams that got to the semifinals by, going to penalties and keeping a defensive shape. They've got really good defenders. And I think this one, really nobody really cares about third place. I'm not gonna lie, the third place game is always like a consolation game. If you can watch it, watch it. If not, then I'm probably not gonna watch it. But personally, me, I can watch it. I have nothing to do in that time, so I'll be watching it, seeing how it goes. And I think I'm gonna just say Croatia wins the game. Yeah, Croatia wins, goes to penalties. The 2 penalty experts go, and we see Croatia come out on top. Now, I want to talk a little bit about France and Argentina and their roads here in the prediction. So France got here, they end up beating Poland, which they were much better. Everybody knew they were going to win. Then they play England, and that's when we kind of saw the formula to stop Mbappe was put a speedster fullback on them, and Mbappe won't do much. Really, against England, he didn't do a lot. The goals they scored wasn't because of Mbappe. It was kind of Mbappe because they were kind of focused on the side. He switches the ball, goes, passes in the middle. They go to Twijnemi, and he gets a long shot and scores. And then the other one was Griezmann, crosses it, Giroud header. But, I kind of want to say in that one, England were robbed of a penalty, even though they were given 2 and missed one, which Harry Kane has blood on his hands from the English. But, this man, in the first half, another PK should have been given. They don't even mark a foul. It could have possibly been outside of the box, but I saw the replay and it was inside the box. But I would have been like, that is a foul 100%. The positioning, you would have R4. But they don't even call a foul. So really, France should have conceded 3 penalties. They only give them 2, and they, England don't capitalize on the second one and blows it over, and which is crazy that Harry Kane has not received nearly as much hate as Bukayo Saka received when he missed his penalty in the Euros. But I'm just gonna say that. That's it. I'm not gonna say much on that one. But anyways, France ends up going through. France play Morocco. First time an African team is there. They've been a defensive monster. And to be honest, Morocco is a team that hasn't gone down in any game. And I knew. And when Portugal were gonna play them, I said if Portugal can get a goal in the first half, they won the match. And they weren't able. They end up conceding, and that's the worst thing you can do. Concede to Morocco in the first half. It's horrible because all they'll do is just park the bus. I saw it with my own eyes, and now France, said, you know what? We score in the 4th minute, and right when France scored in the 4th minute, I called game because really. Morocco, I did not see. They came in with the 5-4-1. I was like, no way these guys come out and draw the game. And they were close. There were some times where I felt, that the French were in danger of losing. And, they end up getting really lucky at some points. Konate was really good. Koundé, on the other hand, I think was the kind of liability of the game. I think he was probably the worst French player on the pitch. He was getting broken down by. Then they kind of targeted him, and if you really check, all the plays that were dangerous from Morocco came from his side. So if I'm the French, I kind of look at other options. I'm putting at right back because Koundé was really the one that was getting exposed, and he's going to have real big troubles with Messi and Julian Alvarez, and if Di Maria plays. But this is going to be, the center back pairing. I wanted Saliba, an Arsenal fan, to play. He's pocketed Messi before with Marseille versus PSG. I think he could do a job, but you got to go Konate and Varane because they have been really, really good. So we'll see what they do with their plan. I think Rabiot will be playing in the final now. They had Fofana come in for him. I believe he was like on cards or something. I'm not sure, but he just didn't play. And Fofana did a really good job. We'll see what they do with that. Griezmann is someone that I want to talk about. He offers a lot attacking, and defensively his work rates have been amazing. Of Atletico Madrid, I heard there's 4 players they want to get rid of, including Joao Felix. If one of them is Griezmann, the market for him is going to rise because he's having himself a World Cup, I'll tell you that. He drops down all the way down the field. I could tell that Diego Simeone and him was like, drop, and in the back of his head, the little voice of Diego Simeone, and he was doing really good. And, one of those games when you're up 1-0 against a team that, is trying to equalize, never been there before, it's really important that he drops down. And I really like the tactical move from the manager, the Champs, where he ends up taking out Giroud, puts in a strong, pacey winger in Thuram, puts him on the left, and Mbappe up top. Everyone defend, and the only times they exited was, through Mbappe with his speed, they got out, and Griezmann as well. It was honestly perfectly played by France, and I'm excited for this final a little bit, not gonna lie, because let's check out Argentina. They beat Australia, who was a lot closer game than everyone expected, but, Australia, they lose. There was no way they were going to win that match. If not, I would have flown out to Australia and taken a team photo with them and been like, you guys are my heroes. Argentina get through. They play Netherlands. Very struggled game. That game was very intense and struggled. We saw the true colors of others and Lionel Messi. And we see Argentina get through on penalty, something that they, own the Netherlands in, but have a history of choking in finals when it goes to penalties, a.k.a. against Chile. And now we see them in the semifinal. They play Croatia. They get an unrightful penalty that I don't think is a penalty. I think it's a foul on Julian Alvarez because he's ramming himself into the goalkeeper. But they give that, shifts the game completely from Croatia that was dominating the game prior to the penalty. And then Argentina is now in the final. Now, something I do have to say about this Argentina team, and it's not as talented as previous Argentinian squads that we've seen in the World Cup. And I think many people can agree, even Argentinians. I spoke to them about this, and I told them I look at this team, and I compare it to previous World Cup lineups that Argentina's put out. Compare this semifinal one to the one in 2018 that they lost to France, right? Really, the 2018 one. Nobody expected them to beat France. That was one of those games that literally, people thought France were going to win comfortably, but Argentina put up a fight. But that team was a lot more talented than this one. But the thing about this Argentinian squad is they actually are a team. The other Argentinian squads, they were more of individuals. I know people are going to say, oh, Kun Agüero and Messi were best friends. Chemistry was there. Yeah, you could say that. But it didn't work out, You got to think to yourself, maybe the guys who played for Messi, this whole team plays for Messi. And it's funny because I see a lot of Messi fans that always complain, oh, when you have Ronaldo, with the United stuff, was like, Ronaldo, team has to play for Ronaldo or it doesn't work. I mean, this Argentinian squad plays for Messi or else it doesn't work. It's the way it goes. And that is the thing about this team, is it really just relies on Messi. Messi's really the most important player to many people. The popular opinion, my opinion, is that Messi isn't really the most important player of this team. It's the guy that is getting the ball for Messi, if that makes sense. Like Julian Alvarez. He scored the 2 goals. He's the most important player because what if Lautaro's there and he misses those? It's screwed. That's why I always think, I don't really think Messi's the most important player for Argentina in the aspect of, in performance reliance, because you always know Messi's going to create the chances. It's something that I'll give him credit for. He can create chances, and there's no doubt about it. He's going to create chances for Julian Alvarez, who will most likely play because he's one of the reasons why they're in the final. But in my opinion, this team really relies on the striker that is getting the chances, because if he doesn't finish, then we all know the blame goes to him. We've seen it with Higuain, we've seen it with Agüero, where they couldn't finish the chances and then get hate. And Right now Julian Alvarez has finished his chances and he's created as well, and he's doing what people thought Aguero, Higuain, all the expectation, what Tevez would have done if he would have been called up, but we know how those problems is. But anyways, I look at these two teams. We go into the predictions. Argentina, France. Now, as a guy who's been saying it's rigged, I would 100% back the rigged if Morocco got through, and I'd be like, man, they just gave it to Argentina. I ain't even going to make a video. But France is in, and this is a game where I think Argentina come in as favorites because France have a ton of injuries, and I'm surprised they're even here. I've been calling them a team that was going to fall off because of the injuries, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say Argentina, World Cup champs. You heard it here first. Argentina will win the World Cup, but not because they're going to be the better team or whatnot. I think France is going to come out and play a lot better. Argentina will end up similar to the Croatia game. They'll end up getting a penalty. Shifts the game. 1-0 penalty. And then I believe then Argentina will get a second goal. It'll be 2-0. Half comes in. France straight away scores a 2-1. And then Argentina sits back. World Cup champs. Argentina. It's going to be a pen that's very questionable, and they're going to be awarded 5 penalties. 5 penalties by the end of the World Cup. That's got to be a record. I want to see, because I've been looking for a website that shows me like the most penalties awarded to a single team in the World Cup, and I've never ever recalled that a team has been awarded 4 penalties in a World Cup. It's like they have Messi in the Golden Boot race, and everybody's like, oh, he's tied for first for the Golden Boot. And I'm thinking to myself, he's gotten to shoot 4 penalties. Like, I think Mbappe has 5. He's tied with Messi. And I'm like, give Mbappe 4 penalties. Imagine he probably have 9 goals. Like, I don't know. It's really, it's infuriating a little bit that penalties seem to not matter when it comes to Messi. It's just a personal opinion of mine, and I understand people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're just hating," but no, I gave Messi his props, and I'm giving him, now I'm just talking about how he's been awarded 4 penalties. It's gonna be 5. If there's a website, drop it down in the comments where I could bet the over or under if Argentina get a penalty. I would love to bet that. It would definitely be an over. But anyways, leave a comment down below on your prediction of the final and third place. I don't know what you guys think. And leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And thank you guys for watching.